Good morning. Today you're joining me here in Salzburg, and we're here with the WeHappyFew506 tour group going for a tour around the area of Berchtesgaden. So excited for today. I think it's going to be really cool. Probably peaking at the point when we head up to the Eagle's Nest later on this afternoon. Today I'm going to bring you guys along. I'm going to do a bit of like a sort of diary of the day, just like I did with my trip with the WeHappyFew506 group to Normandy. A lot of people seem to like that video, so I thought we would do the same again. Come along and join me as we go and check out what's going on. Let's go. Okay, so we are here at our first destination on the tour. We have come through to the kind of Obersalzberg area, just on the mountainside above the valley of Berchtesgaden. And in this area up here is where a lot of the senior leaders had their homes. So we're just off to my right, kind of through these trees right here. This is where Hermann Goering had his home. The actual house now is destroyed, it's not there anymore, and we're just walking down a very steep hill. I'm at the back of the group, they're getting ahead of me, but down the bottom here we're heading to look at a couple of other sites, and very shortly we will be heading to the site of the Berghof, which was Hitler's home. There is often a misconception that the Eagle's Nest was his home. That's not the case. That was more of like a daytime sort of visiting place. The Berghof was actually his home in Berchtesgaden, which is down, not in the bottom of the valley, it's still on the mountainside, but not up the Eagle's Nest. The Eagle's Nest, by the way, is kind of up, it's through the trees up this way on the mountainside, but we're just heading down here to our first site.
It was extended, and after 1936 renamed the Berghof, and this is how it looked after that time. It's a much larger property, a mill of 11 bathrooms, 12 bedrooms, individual panes of glass, and as you can see in the bottom photo, it could be lowered, it could be retracted down into the basement of the Berghof, just simply for Hitler to get a better view of the mountain scenery. So that's why I brought it to the front here. This is exactly where the Great Window was. We've got the fantastic weather today, so we've got the same view out there, looking out onto that Berg mountain that I was talking about, and off to the right there is a V-shaped gap in the valley. In a few minutes time, if you head on over there and look into the distance there through that gap, you'll see a white building. It is the castle, it is the fortress of the city of Salzburg.
Okay, so we've just come into the area that was Hitler's Berghof, his home. And as I said, the whole thing has actually been destroyed, but there's still kind of remains of bits, like this kind of back wall is still over here behind us, and it's actually Tom, our guide here, was just telling us that's like a kind of support wall at the back. The actual wall of the house would have been just slightly in front of that. But this place is crazy. It's quite an eerie feeling being here, and when this place was first captured, you can imagine, the guys piled in here to loot stuff from it, and one of the things that was here was the flag, the Nazi flag. And we've got Eric Dorr with us on the tour here. He's telling us how, because everyone who was part of that wanted a piece of that flag, it was torn up and shared out between some of the guys, and he actually has a piece of that flag with him here today. And hopefully we'll get a photo of me with the piece of that flag as well, because that would be incredible. So as we come over here, you can see a little bit more of the kind of external support wall. There's a few other bits of remains here as well. And Tom was telling us how there's some photos of the inside of this house with a huge window that looks over the views, and that window was at the front right here, with that view behind us. And if I go over, I can show you exactly where that view would have been, over here. So right in front of us here is where that window would have been, and you can see why, because this is the view that would have been had from that window. Wow. Wow, so that's an experience. The main kind of entrance to this house, the driveway, was down sort of here below me, coming in just here. Where we've kind of come in sort of over this direction is like the service entrance. I'm hoping to get back here on Monday. Today's Saturday. Hoping to get back here on Monday to film a more detailed video about this area. But for now, that's Hitler's Berghof. Wow, it's a crazy place to be. But let's get on to the next spot. So we're down in the bunkers now. I'm going to film a few clips and do some voiceover stuff because it's hard to record down here. But this is an incredible place. Okay, so we've now just arrived down at the kind of place where you pick up the bus to go up to the actual eagle's nest itself, which is really exciting. Now, I'm going to kind of do a separate video just about the eagle's nest part of this tour, so I'm afraid you guys aren't going to get to see that in this video. You've got to enjoy the rest of the day here, and we will check out the eagle's nest in the separate video that I'm doing from just up there. So you guys really thought I was going to do that to you, hey, not show you any of the eagle's nest? Well, look, here we are outside on the back area of the eagle's nest right now. As I said, the other video is going to have the full kind of exploration around here, but look, here's a little clip for you guys, and I will see you back down the bottom. Good morning, welcome to day 2 of the WeHappyFew506 Berchtesgaden tour. So we're up and at them, feel tired today, long day walking around yesterday. We've just arrived at the Berchtesgaden cemetery and we're going to go have a look in here. We have to be a bit respectful in here because there's a couple of slightly more controversial graves. We're going to take a look, and especially there's a like a memorial wall where I want to take a look and just show you a couple of interesting plaques there of guys who were killed both in the First World War and Second World War. I mentioned it being a bit controversial. One of the main graves in here that is controversial, in fact there's even talk of it being ripped out. The grave of Dietrich Eckart is here in the Berchtesgaden cemetery. Hitler's mentor, for want of a better phrase, and you can understand why that would be controversial. You might get the wrong type of person visiting that grave, maybe in sort of celebration almost, and so there are campaigns to have it fully removed at the moment. So I'm not going to show that one on here. I'm going to look at some of the more sort of relevant for us World War I, World War II graves. So there's a couple of graves which have jumped out to me here, but this is an interesting one. So this is on the memorial wall to 3 brothers. I won't try and pronounce that surname because I can't actually even really read the font too well, but 3 brothers killed in the First World War. One 1915, one 1916, one 1917. So an awful lot of loss for that family in the First World War. It's another interesting memorial to a Johann Fegg, killed in 1944. And you have his picture, and I found this one interesting because there is a picture, I believe, of his son, and you can really see the resemblance. So many memorials here of people of the same family. Again, I would assume brothers here. Franz and Johann Grach, maybe. I'm going to pronounce that wrong, but killed 1942 and 1943. So here we've got another kind of memorial wall, and there's lots of different faces on here, but a couple which jumped out to me. 2 guys here who were killed in the Battle of the Somme, 1916. Obviously something we've talked a fair bit about on this channel. Okay, so we're just heading down now to the area where the actual main surrender in Berchtesgaden happened. So I guess where the town was officially liberated and where the actual surrender itself formally happened. So I just thought I'd take a second to show you this place. Now, this is actually where we had dinner on Friday night, and I have to say, when I first was sat in there having dinner, I didn't realise quite where we were. This is the Gasthof Goldener Bar, believed to be one of the favourites of Hitler, the man himself, when he would come and have dinner or drink beer here in the town of Berchtesgaden. So we just come through now into the kind of square in the centre of Berchtesgaden, and it's right here in this square where the formal surrender of Berchtesgaden happened. And there's some photos taken in this area that I'm going to try to share into the video for you guys now, where you can see like some of the tanks and vehicles and stuff in here, with this same building, but behind it you can even recognise some of the kind of artwork and the writing and stuff on the wall that was there in those photos. So I'm going to try and put those in the video for you right now. But here in the square in the centre of Berchtesgaden, this is where the surrender happened. Right, we're just heading back up to the bus, going to the next place. We just walked around the centre of Berchtesgaden a little bit. I'm with Marcel.
Morning.
There he is. Marcel, War Movies 101. You guys would have seen me like share his stuff and things. You've got to make sure you go check him out on Instagram. War Movies 101. And a YouTube channel coming soon, right? YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's in the works.
It's in the works, but it's going to be good when it comes. So keep an eye out for that. I'm also here with someone else. I've come here to see the sights, but little did I know I was going to see royalty. We got JD.
Royal, here's the British guy. That's the royalty right there.
Second in line to the throne, fellas.
JD History Underground, Matt Leach from Band of Brothers played Talbot. You guys will know probably if you're watching my channel. We got everyone here.
May and 6th of May is indication of the strategic points we immediately covered. We moved into Berchtesgaden so fast, and we had taken over the hotel, the key buildings, and the homes for billeting so quickly that if there was any serious problems or resistance from the German soldiers or civilians, I was not aware of them.
So we just got off the bus in Zell. So this is where Easy Company moved down to from Berchtesgaden. Now they actually weren't in Zell for too long. They moved from here to Kaprun, where we are going to be going next. But this is where they came to from Berchtesgaden, and we're going to go take a look by the Grand Hotel and the lake, the bits famously depicted in Band of Brothers. We're going to head down that way now. So we're just walking through the kind of the town of Zell now. It's beautiful, really kind of old, like ancient town, and we're just coming up to the Grand Hotel right here. Let's check it out. So we made it down. We are by the lake, and behind us there you can see the Grand Hotel. Here we are. We're going to have some lunch now, I think, and from here we're going to head down to Kaprun, which was the final location for Easy Company. That was the final stop, and that's where a really cool photo was taken, which I think we're going to, I don't know if recreate is quite the right word, but we're definitely going to do something down there with a photograph. But here we are, Zell. Okay, so we've just rolled into Kaprun. This is the last stop on our tour, and in fact this was the last stop for Easy Company during the Second World War. We just got off the bus right here, and Eric Dorr from the museum, Gettysburg Museum of History, he's just over there sharing some really cool artifacts relating to stories from here in Kaprun.
So most of you have probably seen this photograph. It's known as the last assembly. This was what was left of Easy Company at the end of the war. This was taken in the summer, in July, I believe, and there's a lot of famous faces in here. I have some close-ups, but we believe this was taken right around here. You can see those power lines. They're similar to the ones that were there back in the day. You can see some power lines going through. I have a clearer shot in the bag, but you know, they use this area as a parade ground, and they also took a whole bunch of other photographs here.
So as you guys know, I'm here with part of the tour group with WeHappyFew506, and one of the guys who runs that is Matthew Leach, who played Floyd Talbot in the Band of Brothers series. He's going to jump in with me. He's going to tell us a little bit about what those guys do. If you guys are interested in finding out more about it, you can then check it out. But it'd be good to get him in the videos. He's going to talk a little bit about what WeHappyFew506 are doing right now. Let's go to Matt.
Hiya, I'm here in Kaprun, near Zell with my man from History in Your Hand, just to talk a little bit about WeHappyFew506 and what we do. We're currently on a tour which is basically based around Berchtesgaden and all the stuff that happened around Berchtesgaden. So it's sort of end of the war stuff. It's sort of after the Easy Company guys have finished in combat and that kind of stuff, and what they did in their downtime, what mischievous trouble they got into, and it's taken us to some really cool places. We're on tour with Eric Dorr from the Gettysburg Museum of History as well, who's brought a lot of really cool artifacts and that sort of thing. So it's a different type of tour. I don't know if you follow what we do. We do Normandy and Bulge and Eindhoven sort of market garden tours, but this is a little bit more, I don't know, sort of episode 10 Band of Brothers type tour, sort of points stuff, all the stuff that they got involved in, all the stuff the Easy Company guys got involved in once they weren't in combat anymore, and it's been really, really cool. All the YouTube guys have got lots of footage and they're all going to give me commissions for it. So I'm probably going to retire after this. Not sure I'm going to do any more tours, not going to need to, because obviously this will get 5 million views. We'll be rolling in it. So yeah, if you want to look us up, we're called WeHappyFew506. We do a podcast, we do Zoom chats, we've done some cast reunions with the Band of Brothers guys. But currently what we're really into is we're really into doing touring stuff. We've got a big tour coming up next year that we're going to do, sort of Old Born to the Eagle's Nest and that sort of thing. But yeah, we have quite a healthy YouTube contingent on the bus. A lot of content shot and that kind of things. And look around. We're in the Berchtesgaden area. It's absolutely beautiful. It's been a really, really cool tour. Something a bit different.
Awesome. You can see the scene behind me. Kaprun Castle up here. Fantastic location to end this tour, and in fact it's been a fantastic tour all round. I hope you guys have been able to see some of what we've done and shared it with you over the course of the last couple of days. I wanted to make a little tour diary, for fun, but also to give you guys a chance of the kind of things that you can see. So if you ever do get the opportunity to come on one of the WeHappyFew506 tours, I really recommend it. I'll link it in the description below so you can see it there if you want to. But in the meantime guys, thank you for joining me on this awesome trip, and I'll see you on the next one.